Hi! When using dies like this to make really intricate die cuts like this, look at all of that tiny, gorgeous detail. Hopefully you know how to make your own self-adhesive die cut with adhesive sheets. And if you don't, I'll explain how, because you really do want to know how to do that. But what happens when they're already die cut for you, like with the Forever Gold Designer Series paper? Look at that gorgeous detail. So what do you do then? Is it better to use the adhesive sheets or a Zyron machine? Self-adhesive die cuts is accurate, but a fancy way to say make your own stickers. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 19 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a lovely card I made using the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. When you have an intricate die like this one from the Friendly Silhouettes dies, you end up with a gorgeous die cut with all of this fine detail. So if you just die cut it, now you have to apply glue to it. You need adhesive to get it onto your handmade card or whatever other project you're doing. So you can use a liquid glue like the multi-purpose liquid glue, the fine tip glue pen, and so this can get to be a little bit tedious, following each one of the stems of grass and the cattail. But all right, tedious aside, for me, it's a messy task. I make such a mess, and I end up with glue on the other side, and you know, and there are fixes for that. But when you're using something like this, oh my goodness, isn't this gorgeous? This is from the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. Let me show you, and look at those. Oh my goodness! So can you imagine trying to place liquid adhesive on all of those? You get 2 sheets of each. I just have one of each from my share, end up with half a package. But when that glue gets on this side, it takes away the shininess of the gold, you know, and besides that gorgeous detail, of course we're wanting the gold look. And so instead, we're going to try 2 different ways to get adhesive on this, and we'll use the adhesive sheets and the Zyron machine. But let me show you what you do to avoid that if you're die cutting. Okay, so if you're using a die like this, what you do is I cut my cardstock to size and the adhesive sheets to the same size, because you don't want to waste cardstock or your adhesive sheets. So I place the adhesive sheet on the back, and so the die on the back of it. And so with cardstock, as long as it's the same on both sides, it doesn't matter. But say you're using a pattern paper, so whatever you want to be on top, you know, put the adhesive sheets on the back side, place my die on there, and feed it through my die cutting machine. And then I'll have a self-adhesive die cut. Pull that off, it'll work like a sticker. So let's do this same idea of making our own. We'll start with the adhesive sheets. So I've cut this to the size that I need, and so I want the adhesive to go on this side. We'll be placing it on there. So let's do this. What I like about these, we have these little tabs, so it makes it easy to peel these off. All right, so I know I've cut this to size. Come over here and place that. All right, take the next one. Okay, those 2 came off together. And place this on here. And then let's take this, and we want to rub it, you know. Let's do this. Here we go. And rub on it, just so we have, you know, we certainly don't want that sticky all over us to make a mess. I mean, it's not a liquid, but then we can press and have it everywhere on all of that fine detail, because we don't want those little pieces coming up that can get caught taking it in, placing it in the envelope, or when they take out your beautiful creation. Okay, so now we can easily peel it off of our sheet, and what you end up with are some, see the webs of adhesive? Okay, So what I do is I take my take your pick tool at the paper piercing end and pull them off. Okay. And that works really well. A whole lot better than the liquid glue. Like I said, when I get the glue on this side, I really make a fine mess. So why don't we pull it from this side? So if we do get anything stuck, it should be on the back. So a little bit tedious, I know, but so worth it so it doesn't get all bent up. And so I showed this before. I did a video called a second chance tip, because sometimes, you know, you get busy designing, you not sure what color you're going to use, and so, or you just forget that you have the adhesive sheets and then go, uh-oh, well, you can do that afterwards. So admittedly, it's going to take a little bit of work, but our gold will still be all gold. So, and in that video, someone left a comment recently, and I did that video years ago, so well, the same, you could use the Zyron machine. I thought, well, you absolutely could. So let's compare to see, okay? And here's a Zyron machine. You make your own stickers. And what happens is you feed in your paper here and crank it through. So I've got another one of these all ready to go. And I thought, well, my memory, it was still that spider web thing, but I thought, well, you know, it's been a long time. I forgot all about this thing. I bought this a good 19 years ago and stuck it in a drawer, and for me, out of sight, out of mind. And so I thought, well, let's give it a try. So we're going to place it, because it's sticky, right side up. Place it on here and crank this through. And it has a couple rollers in there with everything you need. And when it comes all the way through, there we go. We'll tear it off. All right, so it's already, it pressed it. We don't need to press down. We'll peel this up gently. And so you end up with the same webbing of adhesive that we need to get off of there. And some of it will pill up. You know, same idea with the other. So you can use, I'm trying not to touch it because I don't want to take away that stickiness. But so with both of the adhesive sheets and with the Zyron machine, we ended up needing to do that, but we haven't lost our beautiful gold. So then you have a choice. Do I want to buy, if I already have a die cutting machine, okay, so if I have a die cutting machine, do I want to invest in yet another machine like the Zyron, unless you have one, or do I want to use the adhesive sheets that I already own? That decision is yours to make. I know what mine will be, but there you go. You've got two different ways to make these into die cuts, and that didn't take as long as you would think. And I made myself, like I said, a lovely card using one of them. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that. And that beautiful daisies from the Daisy Lane stamp set, and that gold, ugh, that foil gold with all that intricate detail. I have a link to my blog post with the measurements and all the supplies for my beautiful Daisy Lane card that you see here. And if you enjoyed my stamping tips, I invite you to subscribe to the Stampers Insider. Just go to www.thestampersinsider.com. If you'd like to make my lovely handmade card with the Daisy Lane stamp set and the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper self-adhesive die cut, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And if you enjoyed watching this video and would like to learn more of my stamping tips, well, I invite you to subscribe to the Stampers Insider. It's your free stamping source for inspiration, information, and ideas. Just go now to www.thestampersinsider.com to subscribe. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.